Hey guys, today on JD Cars we're replacing the engine air filter on a BMW 3 Series. First things first, pop the hood. Now we're going to remove two T20 screws located on the front of the car here, holding in the intake snorkel. Now using a small flathead screwdriver, we're going to release the snorkel from the airbox. There's a tab on each side. Simply pry it off. Then you can simply remove the snorkel like so. Now using a large flathead, we're going to come in here behind the airbox and we need to loosen up this hose clamp here, securing the intake hose. You'll need to grab your small flathead screwdriver again to release the mass airflow sensor connector. You're just going to pull up on this little tab on the top of the connector here and pull it out to release it. Now grab yourself a 10mm socket and loosen the two bolts holding on the airbox. We can now remove the airbox by pulling it up and out. You may have to twist it back and forth to release it from the intake hose. Now that we've got the airbox out of the car, we can now replace the filter, which involves removing several T20 screws around the perimeter of the airbox. After removing 6 of those T20 screws, you can pull off the top section of the airbox, revealing the old air filter. As you can see, the old filter on the left here is quite dirty compared to the new one on the right, so it's a good thing we're replacing this. So before reinstalling the new air filter, it's a good idea to get any debris out of the airbox. As you can see, there's a couple of leaves and a little bit of sand in there. Then you can take your new air filter and carefully line it up so the orange seal sits nicely around the edge. Now grab the other half of your airbox and sandwich your new filter in there. Now our airbox is all set to be reinstalled in the vehicle. Now's a good time to get in there and loosen up that hose clamp on your intake hose just a little bit to make your life easier reinstalling the airbox. Also position the screw on the hose clamp in a convenient position so you can access it easily from above. Now we're going to reinstall the airbox, making sure to hook up the hose correctly as well as the mass airflow sensor. Once you've reconnected your mass airflow sensor and tightened down the intake hose clamp, we can now reinstall the two 10mm bolts right here on the side of the airbox. Now that that portion is done, we just have to reinstall the snorkel here. Simply get it into place, slip on the collar, get it seated into the front, and reinstall the two T20 torx screws. That concludes this video on how to replace your engine intake air filter. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like below and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time on JD Cars.